Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Maybe I Should Have Kissed Her. Moreover, in those days I saw men of Judah who had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. Was it not because of marriages like these that Solomon, king of Israel, sinned? Nehemiah 13:23 through 26. I stood in the doorway of the girl's house thinking, I should just go ahead and kiss her. It's what we were both wanting. But I was a senior and moving on to college. She was a year behind me and had a pretty big crush on me. Kissing her would have been fun, and I could have told the guys about it later, but it just didn't seem right to get her hopes up and then leave her stranded. But she was petite, blonde, and drop-dead gorgeous, so why not? Just as I was about to give in, a car horn blared from the driveway. My buddy, who was driving, must have been able to read my mind. He laid on the horn again. Still I wavered, looking into her eyes and thinking, just a quick good-night kiss or two. Then the horn blasted and kept going. He wasn't letting me open up this can of worms. He knew the ramifications, and ultimately, for fear of his waking up the whole house, I blurted out a good night and left. Nehemiah and Ezra could have used a friend like mine. Unfortunately for them, the returning exiles come home not only to a destroyed city, but also to lots of exotic, beautiful women from the surrounding nations. Even though God had prohibited their marrying foreign women, they've gone ahead and done it. The can of worms this opened up was that when you married a woman from another culture, you didn't just marry her. You married her and her religion, and she brought all her idols and pagan worship with her. This was the very thing that had started the downfall of Israel when Solomon was king, and ultimately, it's what brought about God's punishment and the exile to Babylon. Nehemiah and Ezra weren't about to let this happen again, and they put a stop to it by ordering all of the men who had married these women to return them to their own countries. I guess God knows that being in a romantic relationship can cause people to bend their principles and change their actions. He also knows what will keep us from suffering, both today as well as tomorrow. So keep God in mind when dating around. The ones you choose will play a large part in your life. Never let them play a larger part than He does. May God bless you today.